Welcome back to another video. In this video, what we're working on is understanding the basics of our kickboxing and Muay Thai stance, all right, as well as our punches. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started. First thing I like to do is stand with both feet together, all right? Now, I want to think about standing shoulder width apart, all right? So this wide in that stance, you're kind of shifting that weight back and forth just like this. So this is one way I like to get in it, and this is another way. I kind of like bounce up and down, and then where my feet naturally land, that's about shoulder width apart. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is taking my dominant side leg and taking a small step back. So whatever hand you usually write with, pick up stuff with, that is your dominant side leg. Now I'm thinking about taking a half step back here and starting to shift my weight here. If you notice, I started to bend my knees and start to sit my weight down, okay? I'm not locking my legs out, keep my knees nice and bent. Now, I'm thinking about taking my dominant side leg and start to face it here towards the 2 o'clock. So if this is the 12, this would be the 1, this would be the 2. So I'm here at this angle here, keeping those knees nice and bent. Take those elbows, putting those floating ribs off each side. Think about tucking my chin. Backside hand is touching my face, lead side hand is slightly out. I'm starting to look here over the top of my over the top of my glasses and my eyebrows here. So I'm just like this, starting to shift my weight back and forth, all right? Keeping my shoulders nice and relaxed as I'm doing this. So the first thing I think about doing is throwing a jab, all right? So jab's gonna be off that lead side. So whatever leg's in the front, that's the arm that you're gonna be doing to throw your jab, all right? So what I think about doing is starting to shift my weight into this lead side leg here. I'm starting to shift here, all right? If you notice, I'm starting to turn my torso as well as I do this. My hand here, all right? My hand's gonna be here, getting that full extension. You wanna make sure that your shoulder is protecting your chin. You're gonna retract and then come back to stance here, okay? So when I throw the jab, boom, getting that full extension, and I'm retracting and come back to stance. As I'm doing this, I wanna make sure that my shoulder's protecting my chin this whole time. So I wanna make sure that I'm here and I'm pulling back and come back to stance. So make sure that we're not letting our hand or our shoulder drop down here after we throw the punch. So I'm here, boom, and then come back to stance. One more thing I like to do when I'm doing this, I want to pretend like I'm trying to point so that shoulder's protecting here, all right? Making sure we're not flaring that elbow. We're gonna put 30 seconds on the clock, all right? We're just gonna be going for just jabs, getting full extension, making sure that our hands are coming back to our face each and every time, making sure that we're shifting that weight just right. Think about slowing the technique down, getting the right way, okay? Breathe each and every punch, exhaling, all right? So we're gonna start off, we're throwing a jab, getting that full extension, and then coming back, all right? 30 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice. Make sure you bring your hand back to your face each time, shifting that weight back, all right? 15 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1. All right, nice work, all right? So that's what we're working on. Slowing the technique down, getting that full extension. Let's go ahead and go right into that cross. Cross is gonna be doing the same exact thing. You're gonna be throwing it across, getting that full extension. You wanna make sure that my shoulders protect my chin, keeping those knees nice and bent. Lead side hand is now protecting my face. If you notice, I'm rotating on my back foot here, starting to turn this knee in here. As I retract, I will come back to stance here. That leg is making sure that it's coming back to that 2 o'clock mark, all right? So when I throw it across, boom, and then come back to stance, all right? Let's go ahead and put 30 seconds on the clock. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Making sure that we're breathing each time. If we have to, like we did for that cross, pretend like we're pointing, and making sure that the elbow is not flaring up. Nice. Getting that rotation, making sure that we're exhaling each time. Resetting. Get that march in there. Nice, good. And one more. Boom, nice work. All right, so the next one is gonna be our hook, all right? Hook's gonna be off our lead side. When throwing that hook, we wanna make sure our hand, elbow, shoulders in the same exact line here. We're still in our fight stance, keeping those knees nice and bent. Now when I throw this hook, I want to pretend like I'm trying to reach around and grab something from the other side. So imagine there's a wall right here and I'm trying to reach and grab something without somebody seeing me, and I'm pulling my hand back out the same exact way. All right, so I throw the hook, boom, hitting that rotation, retracting and coming back to stance here. Really think about turning my torso back to center, all right? So I throw this hook, boom, and then come back, all right? Making sure that we're not pulling in because we don't want to punch ourselves in the face, all right? If you do that, it's gonna suck, all right? And one more thing, all right? So we're throwing this hook, making sure that we're keeping our eyes on the target, right? Don't look over here to where you're trying to go or where you're throwing the hook at, because that happens, you're gonna get yourself off balance and you're gonna fall back this way, all right? I know this because I did this in my very first fight, all right? I threw a hard hook and I looked to the cage and I wound up falling back that way, all right? I actually probably throw a clip in here maybe, all right? We throw this hook here, think about shifting, throw the hook, and then come back to stance here, all right? 30 seconds on the clock. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Making sure that we're breathing each time. Boom. Add some sound effects if you want. Nice, keep going, keep going. Making sure that we're breathing. Hands coming back to our face, resetting each time. We're just not trying to go as fast as we can. And time, nice work. All right, so now let's go ahead and go right into our backside hook, all right? So it's the same concept when we're throwing that cross. We want to think about rotating that foot in here, turning my torso to this side. I want to make sure that my hand, elbow, shoulders in the same exact line. Lead side hands protect my face. I'm going to retract and then come back to stance here, all right? So it's pretty simple. Same exact thing that we did off the lead side, we're doing off the opposite side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Throw your hook, reset. Good, make sure we're breathing. Exhaling each time, keeping the eyes forward. Make sure we're not looking to the sides because we don't want to fall. Nice. Keep going. And one more. Nice, and time. Nice work, all right? So the next one we're gonna be going over is gonna be our uppercut. Uppercut is gonna be off our lead side. We got a backside one as well. So we're throwing this uppercut. I wanna think about shifting my weight here, all right? If you notice when I'm doing this, my hip is starting to go to my dominant side, all right? To my right side here for my left hook, all right? So I'm throwing this hook here. When I'm throwing this uppercut here, I want to be just like this. I'm shifting, boom, getting my hips to the side. Now, keep my hands in nice and tight. Both my hands are touching my face on this one, all right? So I'm gonna start to rotate. I'm gonna extend, hit this uppercut. I'm gonna retract, and then come back to stance here, all right? You can get a little bit of rotation on that front foot, really turn that torso, okay? From the side, it looks like this. I'm throwing this uppercut, and I'm pulling back and come back to stance here. Making sure that we're not pulling this way, all right? So make sure I'm not doing like this, all right? Because I don't want to hit myself in the face. Hit the uppercut and then come back to stance, all right? 30 seconds on the clock. We're gonna get these reps in. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Resetting each time. Keep it up. Back to our stance. Nice. One more. Good, all right. Now, let's go ahead and go right to our backside uppercut now, all right? So we're throwing that backside uppercut. We're just gonna be shifting our weight to our left side now. Boom, getting our hip over to that backside here, keeping those elbows in nice and tight. I'm starting to rotate here, right? Rotating, getting that full extension, retracting and coming back stance. It's the same concept of how it was off that lead side, making sure that we're not pulling our hand and telling somebody to come here, all right? Because we don't want to smack ourselves in the face. Put a boom, come back stance. One more thing I want to point out off both sides. We will make sure that we're not dropping our hand. So make sure that we're not dropping our hand here and then go like this, all right? If you want to go bowling, go do that another time, all right? But right now, we don't want to make sure we're going to go from here to here. By you dropping your hand, you're not going to get any more power. You're actually putting a lot more strain on your shoulder, all right? So 30 seconds on the clock working with that backside uppercut. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Making sure, breathing. Coming back to our stance. Nice. Really rotating on that back foot. Lead side hands protecting our face. And time. Now, let's go ahead and have a little more fun with this. Let's go ahead and put these into some punch combinations, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get in our fight stance. The first one here is gonna be our jab. When we throw that jab, it's gonna be our one, boom, and then coming back, all right? Our two is gonna be here, jab, cross, all right? So one and two, jab, cross. If I call for a three, it's gonna be here, jab, cross, hook, all right? So if I call for a four now, it's gonna be here, jab, cross, hook, hit our backside uppercut, all right? If I call for a four again, jab, cross, hook, backside upper. If I call for a five, it's gonna be here, jab, cross, hook, backside upper, lead side upper, all right? Last one's gonna be a six, it's gonna be at a backside hook. All right, over here, jab, cross, hook, backside upper, lead side upper, hitting that hook, and then coming back to our stance. All right, let's go ahead and run through these really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, jab, cross, hook, backside upper. All right, 5, jab, cross, hook, backside upper, lead side upper, and 6, jab, cross, hook, backside upper, lead side upper, and hitting that hook, all right? So pretty much, it's pretty simple, okay? It goes left, right, left, right, left, right. Unless you're southpaw, then it goes right, left, left, right, left, okay? But I challenge you to take this whole week and just really understand the basics of your stance, making sure that your hands are always coming back to your face, making sure you're getting full extension, retracting, making sure you have that balance up on you, okay? If you wanna have good kickboxing and Muay Thai technique, this is the basics, this is what you're gonna need, all right? Slow it down, practice makes permanent, all right? It doesn't make perfect, it makes permanent, right? So the way you practice it is the way it's gonna be until you fix it, okay? I want you to take your camera or a mirror or whatever it may be, have something in front of you, practice in front of that so you can see what you're doing in your technique and then try to make those minor corrections, okay? If you're using a mirror, by the way, don't get too close to it, all right? Because we don't want you to shatter and have 7 years bad luck and in the mirror everywhere and blood all over your hands, all right? So making sure that you're being aware where your space is. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down in the comment section and I'll get back at you. Krakun Kop.